This is the beautiful northern Italian city of Turin, which is ready to welcome hundreds of thousands of pilgrims that are arriving since last Sunday to see the Holy Shroud at St. John the Baptist Cathedral.
Questa sindone innanzitutto è una immagine.
The shroud is first of all an image that, in its reality and complexity, presents accurately and precisely the sense, the meaning, and the appearance of what has been the passion and death of Jesus Christ. John Paul II called it the mirror of the gospel. So the Church proposes to give to each person the possibility to approach, through this object, the central mysteries of the Christian faith, the Incarnation, the Passion and Death, and also the Resurrection, witnessed by the empty tomb. We still have no scientific explanation of how this image could come into being. There have been several attempts, theories, also experiments to reproduce it, because obviously science can explain the phenomenon only when it is able to reproduce it. The blood stains can be explained, but the image itself is not yet able to be explained. For those who will come to see it, starting from the middle, from the left to the right, we can see the face, the forehead with bloodstains from the crown of thorns, as it is recorded in the Gospel, then the face, the chest, the arms crossed, and with the holes of the nails. There is a gap that could be caused by a nail. There is a line of blood at the side that looks like a long line of post-mortal blood, outpoured blood after the death of this man. Then you can see the legs, the knees and feet where the blood stains are. Starting again from the center to the right, we see the neck with blood stains. We see his back with signs and features that are explained by the use of an instrument of torture that inflicted wounds. Further, you can see the legs and the sole and heel with the outline of a nail. All this together obviously cannot but recall the gospel narrative on what the origin of this image is.
Evangelica, qualunque sia l'origine di questa immagine.
The last exhibition was held 5 years ago and is a rare occasion. Before that, it was displayed just 4 other times over the last 40 years for public viewing. The Archbishop of Turin, Monsignor Cesare Nosiglia, who is also the pontifical custodian of the Shroud, noted that this exhibition shows the universal value that is love.
The
exhibition of the Shroud is a great sign of hope, peace, and communion that surrounds all humanity because of the greatest love manifested in the passion and death of Jesus Christ. It's a universal value.
That
is why Catholics, Christians, and also non-believers in other religions come here to discover in this the impact which this man of the Shroud makes. Truly a message that comes into your heart and that says to you, look, you can do it too. So don't become discouraged with difficult situations, but win with the sign of love that this Shroud provides to you, with this classic image from the Gospel of the Lord. That is why this is an important moment, because it is a pilgrimage for millions of people, and this makes us understand that people want peace.
La base vuole l'amore e la pace.
C'è un sito internet www.sindone.org.
There is a website to register, www.sindone.org. The visit is free, but registration is mandatory because there will be a lot of people, so the crowds must be organized. So far, we have 1 million people registered, and we may get up to 2. Of course, we don't know yet, but we're ready to welcome all the people that are coming.
Però tutto è pronto per accogliere tante persone che vengano.
Pope Francis will visit Turin on a pilgrimage to the Shroud on June 21st through the 22nd. This date also marks the bicentenary of the birth of St. John Bosco, founder of the Salesian Order and patron saint of youth.